I'm trying to help people or women on this show catch two simps. So how can they catch a simp for Q2 through 4 so they can run that bag up?
First off, not you had me in here telling all the tea.
I mean, you gotta come with it.
So I think first they have to slide into at the master investor. That would be my first
They won't get a
advice.
motherfucking dollar out of me.
That would be my first advice.
Shit, go ahead and try. No. I'm gonna send you a link to join Red Panda. I'm gonna reverse the Tinder swindler shit. Go ahead.
That is hilarious. That would actually be my first tip. My second tip, I think would honestly to be in the rooms of these men. So the nice restaurants, the hotel lobbies, attending the conferences, or knowing where the restaurants are around there and dressing the part. I think you have to know how to talk to these men. At the end of the day, I think that's what I've realized. Outside of looks, these men love someone that they can just talk to.
Conversation is so key, yo.
Conversation is key, and I think that so many people lack that.
Yeah.
I think that if you can give someone, the attention and the capacity of not only listening, but knowing how to respond and hold conversation, I think that's golden. And I think that with social media, that's what's missed right now. Everyone thinks they just got to show up and look like Instagram filters. Nah, baby, you need a personality.
Yeah, personality is key.
So there's a lot of talk online these days about sex workers. And it's become like a running joke with 50 Cent. He actually made an acronym, little sex worker. But it's actually $1 billion industry, right? And they say like even prostitution is the oldest profession in the world. That's what they say traditionally, right? So sex worker, what exactly is a sex worker? Because I think the term kind of is usually loose.
Yeah, I mean it's an umbrella. I mean, Weezy and I have talked about with our podcast, we would be considered sex workers, even though we're not having transactional sex for money. Yes, we are within the sex work umbrella. Let's be very clear in terms of our podcast. It has been very hard to monetize from the advertising sense, which is why we go on tour, which is why we have Patreon, which is why we focus more on our community building. I mean, you don't have to be having sex to be a sex worker. I mean, you could have a foot page and be considered a sex worker. You could literally, anything that arouses someone else that you're financially profiting from, if it could be labeled under that umbrella, could be considered sex work. It's weird. I think people shame it, but it's crazy. The women that I know now with OnlyFans, making money that I don't think any of us thought could be possible. I have a friend now, she posts a lot of what she puts on Instagram. Maybe she has some pictures in the shower and some extra nudes. She's bringing in $50,000 a month. And she's not having sex.
On OnlyFans.
On OnlyFans, she is bringing in $50,000 a month. And it was probably double that during the pandemic.
But they want to tell me they'll have enough money to invest in Apple. Shout out to all y'all who subscribe to our OnlyFans page. Last week, Rashad talked to us how to go from a DM to setting up the date. But as a woman, how should men approach women in person when they get in these spaces? Because a lot of people are awkward these days because of social media.
So awkward.
Yeah, like what are some tips to approach?
It's really simple. If we are at a bar or if we are somewhere where people are drinking, baby, don't come up to me and not ask me if I would like a drink. But also, you purchasing me a drink does not give you the right to be with me all night. So it's that simple. If I'm drinking,
they buy the drink and babysit.
Oh my God, no! They buy the drink and now they think that they are yours, sir. You spent $12 in New York, $25. That does not grant you, to be around me all night. But I think that is lost on us. I'm 33. I remember being in the club in the early 2000s, late 2000s.
Different times.
And men were buying drinks. They're not doing that anymore. So I think the sending a drink over is a easy entry, and not being weird. Literally just, again, being able to hold conversation. I think that's what else is missed right now.
So, okay, let me ask you this. I think you had a negative reaction to Ian's post when he said to invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself, yo.
And
Mandy, my homie, though.
What was my negative response? I ain't gonna hold you. Ian Ian just be talking sometimes.
No,
And I don't be liking what he be saying a lot.
If I'm in love, I'm gonna take care of my baby, but on a regular, just a regular degular, I'm not finna.
So the term invest in yourself, right? Where it's like, okay, a young lady should invest in her flight and her transportation on a vacation because it's going to yield dividends in the future, right? Like if you're able.
And I said I would cash app her when she got back, but really quick, if we fly somewhere and we go to a villa and we in something that's 6,000-7,000 square feet, if you don't have the money to get your ass on a $300 Frontier flight, I shouldn't fuck with you no way.
So what was your what's your
we don't talk.
Here's the thing. Men actually could give a flying rat's ass about how much money a woman has or what she's willing to spend. And so the fact of the matter is a woman can fly herself, could even buy that 6,000 square foot villa. It doesn't mean that she has any more like movement in front of a bitch that literally spends nothing. Men do not care about a woman who is financially capable of doing those things. A lot of times, actually, men want to feel needed. Men want to feel like they're giving you an experience. Men want to feel validated in their actions. And mind you, y'all work so hard so that y'all can probably get the women that wouldn't pay y'all no motherfucking mind if you didn't have money.
Oh, what you mean by that?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying y'all. I'm speaking in general.
Okay, I was going to clear it up. I'm like, for the record,
in general here.
Not to my old babies.
Well, no, there's a lot of money, and I think Ian, I may have said this under a clip. Money can't unlame you, but when a man makes money, where they believe they are on the totem pole, and it is facts, it becomes higher. They are able to get women that if they did not have a bag, now they can have access to.
Yeah.
And so if a woman is spending money, going half on a date, flying herself out to you, I'm friends with a lot of athletes. I know a lot of women who have flew themselves thinking that it would make them seem more wifey material to them.
Yeah.
Means nothing. Thank you for saving them $400.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
You gonna get this dick the same way a bitch that I fly out gets it. And I'm gonna send you back home and still ignore your text messages or talk to you via Snapchat.
They send you home early, ain't it?